Hello and welcome to our next installment in the series of videos explaining Experience Center and how that relates to the current Zscaler administrative consoles. Today we're going to be reviewing Zscaler Private Access, specifically the Resource Management tab. You'll see here on the left we have the current ZPA console, and on the right you'll see my zIdentity page. And zIdentity is a prerequisite in order to access the Experience Center. So if you have not already migrated to zIdentity, I have a video showing you how to do that. And if you're interested in doing that, you can contact support. We also have help articles that should assist you in the migration. But in order to access our Experience Center, zIdentity is a prerequisite for that. And as a reminder, Zscaler Experience Center is your one-stop shop for all of your administrative tasks for all the consoles that you see here on the screen. On the left, I will be showing you the current console. So we'll start with resource management here. You can access your current legacy Zscaler Private Access console through zIdentity. You could also access Experience Center using this tab here. Or you could just go to console.zscaler.com and log in with your zIdentity credentials. Going back to the current ZPA console, under Application Management, we'll see a number of options here on the menu. So we're going to start with Application Segments. And Application Segments are going to be your private access application segments. Switching over to Experience Center, you will find your ZPA application segments under Policies, Private Applications, App Segments here. And you will see all of the application segments mirrored from the current ZPA console. The next section here is segment groups. And you'll also see that here on the left when you move over to Experience Center under segment groups. And again, those should look very similar. Browser access isn't going to be in a different location. You'll notice on the Experience Center side here, there's no specific section for browser access under app segments. That's because in Experience Center, policies is going to be under client list now for that browser access. So we're looking specifically for browser access applications. You can see here under client list, under access methods, you will see browser access here. And you will see all of those applications that are now available under browser access through Experience Center. So that will be a different location than the current ZPA console. The next thing we'll take a look at is app protection. Application protection is the ability to scan private traffic to protect those private applications. And again, you will not see that under the private access tab here. Instead, you'll go under Policies, Cybersecurity, Inline Security, and if you go over here to Private App Protection, you'll see those application protection policies, those protection controls, the applications, and those profiles. So I'm going to click on Protected Applications because that will show you exactly the same thing you see over here on the App Protection tab as protected applications once you've migrated over to Experience Center. Lastly here is privilege remote access. And going again under Policies, Access Control, Client List, because PRA or Privileged Remote Access is a client list type solution, you'll see an entire category here for Privileged Remote Access. So under the Application Management, we'll see Privileged Applications at the bottom here. And you should see the same thing. So these are all the same privileged applications here under a different section we now call Privileged Remote Access, which falls under Client List Access. Moving on to User Portal. User Portal on the left here for the current ZPA console. We're now looking into access methods. So again, once we switch to Experience Center under Policies, we'll go under Client List, Access Methods, User Portals, and you should be able to see the same thing here. These are the available user portals for the ZPA users. Going to the current ZPA console, user portal links. These are the various links that reside within the user portal. We're going to once again go to Policy, Client List, And then over here, user portal configuration, we'll see this link here for portal links on the right. And now you can see that the two are mirrored images of each other. The last thing here are client connector download links, and this allows you to set a download link for the Zscaler client connector should a user wish to download client connector instead of accessing ZPA without a client. Under Experience Center, you'll go under Policies, Client Lists. Under here, User Portal Configuration, the last link here on the right is Client Connector Download Links. And again, this is not filled out, and you will not also see that filled out here over in Experience Center. The last section here under Resource Management is Privileged Remote Access, where we can look at the various privileged portals or the portals that are set up for privileged remote access. We'll start under Policies. PRA is a client list feature, so we'll click on Client Lists. And then we will look at Client List Access Methods, Privileged Portals. Switching back to the current ZPA console, the next item is Privileged Consoles. Once again, moving over to Experience Center, we go under Policies, Client Lists, Resources, Privileged Consoles. And you should see the mirror image here of the same privileged consoles that are available. Moving on to Privileged Approvals. Over in Experience Center, this can be found under Policies, Client List, Resources, Privileged Approvals. And the last item here is privileged credentials, credential vaulting that we have available with privileged remote access. Over in Experience Center, go to Policies, Client Lists. Under the heading of Resources, you will see privileged credentials. So that's all we have here for resource management. I hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, have a nice day.